Yes, we're back. We're back again in Flight Sim World. We're back again to carry on our training missions. And this time we're on to lesson 5, approach and landings. The landing could be the tough bit. We'll hit the ground. It's just whether we'll get out alive. So grab that parachute. Let's go. So hi there, Steve here, and welcome back to Flight Sim World. Yeah, we're going to carry on with our training, and this time it's on to approach and landing. An important skill to master is smooth landings. We should treat the aircraft with respect during the entire phase of descent to touchdown. You'll need to be one step ahead at all times. You'll need to set the aircraft up for landing, maintain your rate of descent by controlling power, lowering flaps and pitching the aircraft up or down to finally tune your approach. What could possibly go wrong with that one? If you're new to my videos, as always, welcome. Flight on a Thursday is an occasional series. There's OMSI on a Monday and a Wednesday, the bus simulator, Firm Bus on a Friday, something for me live on Twitch on a Saturday night, and also as an occasional thing on Sunday, we've got Random Sunday, a random game that doesn't normally fit into my normal sim-based gaming. And also occasionally on a Tuesday, as was this week, something possibly is going to carry on in the form of Trucking Tuesday, but we'll see how that one goes. Flight though, we'll carry on with this.
Golf Delta Lima, downwind runway 25, full stop. Okay, you have control. Hold 1,000 feet, 70 miles per hour, and a heading of 090 degrees. Ready to return to Earth? Believe it or not, you've already learned everything you need to know to land. You just need to put it all together. I'll walk you through it.
Good.
We'll land on that runway, just off the left wing.
Okay.
Good job holding heading, airspeed, and altitude. First we'll start descending, then we'll make a left turn all the way around to line up with the runway. The secret to making a good landing is a stable approach. Remember, set the throttle control and leave it alone. Use pitch to control airspeed.
Drifting off course slightly all the time. I'm not doing anything.
Alright, it's time to start descending to the runway. Reduce power to 1400 RPM and lower the nose a bit. Then lower one notch of flaps. For now, leave the power at 1400 RPM and trim for 55 miles per hour.
I've forgotten what trim was.
Now turn left to 340 degrees.
Okay.
Be sure to maintain 55 miles per hour.
Well, I'm doing faster than that.
You're too far to the right. I have control. We're going around.
Oh. Okay, well, we'll do that again then. It's the whole pitch thing I've just never really got to grips with, so we'll try that again. I couldn't get it down to 55 miles an hour and keep the engine revs at 1500 or below 1500. But we'll try again. We will persevere. Hopefully we'll actually achieve it. Then what I plan on doing is, if we get this one done, when it comes to the license, I'm going to fail. It's going to happen. I won't pass because I didn't last time. But I'll record my attempt at the license. It's going to be a one-shot attempt, and we'll put that out there for you all to laugh at.
You've decided to take a test flight. That's great.
No, I didn't decide to take a test flight.
Get us up here.
It was highlighted, so we'll go back and try approach and landings again. So yeah, not as easy as I initially thought. Well, the flying bit's easy. It's doing this bit in the order that they want you to do it. You know, I can fly from point A to point B, as we sort of proved when we did the stream. Badly, yes, but I can fly from point A to point B. A couple of times even landed successfully. But it's doing things correctly. A bit like when you take your driving test. You can drive, but it's doing things for that period correctly and as per the instructor. That's the tough bit.
Golf Delta Lima, downwind runway 25, full stop. Okay, you have control.
Okay, again, dangerous.
Hold 1,000 feet, 70 miles per hour, and a heading of 090
There's someone taking off down there, look.
Ready to return to Earth? Believe it or not, you've already learned everything you need to know to land. You just need to put it all together. I'll walk you through it. We'll land on that runway, just off the left wing. Good job holding heading, airspeed and altitude. First we'll start descending, then we'll make a left turn all the way around to line up with the runway. The secret to making a good landing is a stable approach.
And not crashing.
Remember, set the throttle control and leave it alone. Use pitch to control airspeed.
Okay. So back there is where we got to go.
It's time to start descending to the runway. Reduce power to 1400 RPM and lower the nose a bit. Then lower one notch of flaps. For now, leave the power at 1400 RPM and trim for 55 miles per hour.
Okay.
Now turn left to 340 degrees. Be sure to maintain 55 miles per hour.
Okay. Level it out there. That's further than we got last time.
And now start watching the runway. Our next turn will be to line up for landing. That's right. You can tell you're lined up properly when the runway appears straight up and down compared to the horizon.
They seem a bit low, personally, but okay.
Go ahead and turn towards the runway. Runway heading is 250 degrees.
Yeah, I wasn't really going to come out of that, was I? I thought I was a bit slow. Okay, third time lucky then. I managed to get it trimmed that time. So will we actually get anywhere near the runway? I did think I was coming down a bit. And yeah, I could tell I was getting a bit slow. So we'll see. We can do this again. Third time's a charm, as they say. Apparently.
White Waltham Radio, Cub Golf Delta Lima, downwind for runway 25, full stop. Okay, you have control.
Again, dangerous,
Hold
but
1,000 feet, 70 miles per hour, and a heading of 090 degrees.
this bit I can do. This bit's fine.
Ready to return to Earth?
Well, yeah.
Believe it or not, you've already learned everything you need to know to land.
Really?
You just need to put it all together.
Yeah, I tried
I'll
that.
walk you through it.
Okay.
We'll land on that runway, just off the left wing.
Yeah, I know where the runway is.
Good job holding heading, airspeed, and altitude.
Yeah, this bit I can do.
First we'll start descending, then we'll make a left turn all the way around to line up with the runway. The secret to making a good landing is a stable approach. Remember, set the throttle control and leave it alone. Use pitch to control airspeed.
Okay, well that's the general idea.
Alright, it's time to start descending to the runway. Reduce power to 1400 RPM and lower the nose a bit. Then lower one notch of flaps. For now, leave the power at 1400 RPM and trim for 55 miles per hour. And you're too slow to make a safe approach. I have control. Cub Golf Delta Lima, going around.
What? Well, I did say the fourth time's a charm, didn't I? It's not easy. It's the flaps. I'm sure the flaps are slowing me down too much.
White Waltham Radio, Cub Golf Delta Lima, downwind for runway 25, full stop.
Right,
Okay, you have control.
again.
Hold 1,000 feet, 70 miles per hour, and a heading of 090 degrees. Ready to return to Earth?
Yep.
Believe it or not, you've already learned everything you need to know to land. You just need to put it all together. I'll walk you through it.
Well, you'd be trying that.
We'll land on that runway, just off the left wing.
Yep, know where the runway is.
Good job holding heading, airspeed, and altitude.
Yep, flying a straight line, I can do that.
First we'll start descending, then we'll make a left turn all the way around to line up with the runway. The secret to making a good landing is a stable approach. Remember, set the throttle control and leave it alone. Use pitch to control airspeed.
Yeah, so you've got to make corrections to turn left to try and stay in a straight line. I'm guessing that's to contra the force of the prop.
Alright, it's time to start descending to the runway. Reduce power to 1400 RPM and lower the nose a bit. Then lower one notch of flaps. For now, leave the power at 1400 RPM and trim for 55 miles per hour.
Okay. Well, I didn't trim, but
Now turn left to 340 degrees. Be sure to maintain 55 miles per hour.
so much concentration needed.
Now start watching the runway. Our next turn will be to line up for landing. That's right. You can tell you're lined up properly when the runway appears straight up and down compared to the horizon.
Well, it's the bit where I fell out of the sky last time.
Go ahead and turn towards the runway. Runway heading is 250 degrees. Go ahead and lower the flaps to 20 degrees. Now adjust pitch and power to maintain 50 miles per hour to the runway. Right on speed and glide slope. Very nice. From here, watch the numbers on the runway. Fly right at them. Maintain 50 and keep those numbers motionless on the windscreen. Pull the power back to idle. Slowly raise the nose until we settle onto the runway. Use rudder to stay on the runway center line. Good. Turn off the runway to the left and come to a stop. Good. Stop here. Superb. Congratulations on your first landing. That was a really good approach. Nice touchdown.
Well, it took 4 attempts, but we did it. There we go. Done. Now, in order to go for the light aircraft license, I need to complete 3 hours of solo flight in free flight mode. So maybe there will be some free flight coming up before I can go for my pilot's license. If you want to see more flight, please do comment below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and do please, as always, check out the Google Plus page, a link to which I'll leave in a description below. There we go. Next is move on to the pilot license, but before then we will do some free flight, although we've got the MEP lesson. Nope, we'll stick with free flight first. Until the next time then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.